It's time to start our lecture. Good afternoon, dear all.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Glad to see you. So today we are going to speak on one of the grammatical system of English language is syntax. The other one is morphology. So the first part was morphology, and today we are going to speak on syntax. Yes, in Kyrgyz language, syntax is, in Russian also, syntaxis. Yeah. Well, before starting our lecture, the new theme, so let's revise, let's remember the previous lectures. So the previous lectures were on morphology, morphologia. Yes, so are you ready to start? So you know the Kahoot test, yeah? So please prepare your mobiles. Before it, so let me introduce the plan of the lesson, please. This is the plan of the lesson. Today we are going to discuss the new theme is syntax, then phrase and sentence, classification of the sentence, the simple sentence, parts of a sentence, so the main parts. And at the end, again, we'll do the conclusion test. So we'll start with Kahoot test and at the end with conclusion test. Clear, yeah? Well, about the literatures, let me introduce about the objectives of the lesson and literatures also. So the objectives of the lesson is, so today you are going to enlarge your knowledge on grammatical theory of syntax as a part of grammar in the English language. Then we'll discuss various grammatical investigations and viewpoints on syntax. Then you will learn how to use following the structures and the theory of the language in your speech and develop and compare various definitions and terms related to the theme. So these are the objectives of today's lesson. Well, about the literatures, let me introduce about the literatures. So this is the plan of today's lesson, and so you may use the books Haimovich and Rogovskaya, A Course in English Grammar, Ilish, The Structure of Modern English. You know these books, yeah? These books are in your hands. And one more main book is Bloch. You know, yeah? Bloch, A Course in Theoretical English Grammar. And as an additional book, you may use Ivanova and Buрлакова, Теоретическая грамматика английского языка. So these are the literatures that you may use. Well, next. So let's do the test, Kahoot test. Revise the previous lectures. So we'll revise morphology. Yeah? Are you ready to join? Well, please. Test on morphology. Get ready to join. Game pin code 2013274. We are waiting for players. Shirin, Leyla, Sımbat, Nurkız, Akjigit, Madina, Gülzat. So 12 players. We need more players, please. Come on. 14 players. Are you joining? So 14 players only. Please, please. Well, let's start. The first question is, what is morphology? Well, the morphology is the study of the rules governing the sounds that form words, the study of rules governing sentence formation, the study of the rules governing word formation. So which one is? Well, you have to choose. What's the matter? Code number? Can you repeat? Okay, go on. So, 14. Well, please, you may join. You may do in pairs. Okay? So, 14 players we have. Let's continue. Please. Code number 26361 and 4. Please. Жазып қойшы. Мына жерге жазып қой. Мына жерге жазып. 263 61 4 and 6 1 4 and 4. Okay, 18 players. 19 20. Okay, so 20 students you are going to play, yeah? Well, morphology. The first question is, what is morphology? So variants, the study of the rules governing the sounds that form words. B, the study of the rules governing sentence formation. The study of rules governing word formation. So, your time is up. Okay, Leila is in the first place. Gulzat, Akjigit, Samara, Ayturgan. Good. Next. Question is, in modern linguistics, parts of speech are discriminated on the basis of 3 criteria, 2 criteria, functional criterion, formal criterion. Your time is up. Again. So, Gulzat is in the first place. Good. Next is, what grammatical meaning does the class of nouns have? The meaning of the noun. What is it? The meaning of the noun. Thingness, qualitativeness, adverbiality, and verbiality. So, your time is up. Well, Gulzat, Ayturgan, Jumagul, Akjigit, Shirin. So, you are in their first places. Fourth, which of the syntactic functions is not fulfilled by the noun in English? First, subject. Second, predicate. Third, attribute. And object. So, syntactic functions of noun words. So, subject, predicate, attribute, and object. Okay, Ayturgan is in the first place. Second, Jumagul. Okay, next question. Define the gender characteristics of the noun hostess. So, first, feminine, neuter gender, common gender, masculine. Masculine, мужской. Feminine, женский, да? So, which one is correct? Your time is up. 7 students were correct. Ayturgan in the first place, Shirin, second place, Jumagul, Gulzat, Jumi. Who is Jumi? Jumagul, da? Okay, Jiparisa. Well, next is define the category, the number category. Characteristics of the noun shorts. So, singularia tantum, pluralia tantum, regular, countable noun, common noun. Shorts. In what number do we use? Singularia tantum or pluralia tantum? Do we use always in singular or plural? So, 6 students. So, again, Ayturgan is in the first place. Gulzat second. Shirin third. Jumagul and Jumi. Well, next. The verbs cannot function as verbs, so they are infinitive, gerund, and participle, yeah? Non-finite forms of the verb. An adverbial modifier, an object, a subject, and a predicate. So remember, so predicate, adverbial modifier, object, and subject, yeah? 6 students were Ayturgan, Gulzat, Sultan in the first place, Sambat and Shirin. Jumi, what's the matter with you? So, next is, well, semantically, structurally, grammatically, or grammatical and structurally, adjectives may be simple, derived, and compound. Semantical classification it is, or structural classification is. What is it? Your time is up. Good. So, Ayturgan, Sultan, Gulzat. So, you are in the first, yeah? Next, the last one is, not the last one. What is the function of the pronoun they? What is its function in the sentence? They are about to visit us. They are about to visit us. They, so subject. So, predicate, object, subject, and adverbial modifier. Which one? Time is up. Again, Ayturgan and Sultan. Next is choose an appropriate conjunction. I was ill. I didn't go to work. So, because, so, as. Which one is correct? I was ill. I didn't go to work. I was ill and I didn't go to work. Time is up. Okay. Ayturgan, Shirin, Sultan. The next is name the part of speech of a highlighted word. Hiking and walking are excellent ways to discover the park's 165 kilometers trials. A, adjective, B, noun, C, verb. The word excellent, yeah? It is highlighted, the word excellent. Is it adjective, verb, or noun? Clear, yeah? Good job. So, Ayturgan, maladets, you are in the first place. Next, the last one. So, name the part of speech of a highlighted word. Again, the task is the same. The children amused themselves, highlighted word is themselves, by rolling in the pile of raked leaves. So, adverb, conjunction, pronoun. Which one is themselves? Okay. So, podium. 3 places. Jumi, congratulations. 3rd place. Shirin, 2nd place. 1st place is Ayturgan. Congratulations. Please, where are you? Please, can you stand up? So, Ayturgan, Jumi, the 3rd, Shirin. Where are you? Shirin. Congratulations. Well done. Okay. I will give 5 scores in your models. Yeah? Yes. Okay. So let's continue. I want to give the conclusion on morphology. So now you did the Kahoot test on morphology. So what is morphology? Morphology is a part of grammar which treats of the forms of words. So you know that grammatical system of the language consists of 2 parts. So morphology and syntax. So in morphology, of course, we studied forms of words, derivational and inflectional features of words, and grammatical classes of words. So the grammatical classes of words we call parts of speech. Yeah? And the parts of speech or words, general characteristic features of words on semantic, formal, and functional features. So semantic, it is meaning, yeah? Morphological, it is form of words, and the 3rd is functional. It is the function of words in the sentence. So all these features, so we discussed in morphology part. And the second grammatical system is syntax. What is syntax? Now, before answering this question, so we'll do one activity. So after this activity, you will answer the question, what is syntax? Okay? So let's do the activity. The task is make up the sentence using the following words. Now, I will give you just words. So, your task is what? Of course, to make up sentences, yeah? Let's see, let's do. First, let me help you. So, the sentence starts with a capital letter, yeah? So, this sentence will start with the word everything, yeah? Please. Try to guess. Please.
You must go and
Please. Face. And well done, good of you. Yes, let's see. Everything must be beautiful in a person, face, dress, spirit, and mind. Please translate. How do we translate? Адамда бардығы сұлу болуш керек, киими дагы, келбети дагы, ички дүйнөсү дагы, ойлонуусу, ой жүгүртүүсү дагы сулуу болуш керек. Азыркы күндө абдан маанилүү, So very meaningful statement, yeah? So whose statement is it? Or whose saying is it? Whose? Of course, Anton Pavlovich Chekhov's statement. Yes. So let's translate is: в человеке должно быть все прекрасно. И лицо, и одежда, и душа, и мысли. Very meaningful statement, yeah? So we have to think. So everything must be beautiful in a person. Even so in the first place, our spirit and mind, I think. Well, second. Again, let me help you. So this sentence will start with the word love. Yes, yes, because it begins with a capital letter. Yes, please.
Love is like a wind. We can see, but we can feel.
Yes, we can feel. Good job. Very good. So, love is like a wind. We can't see it, but we can feel it. Good of you. Yes. So, how do we translate it? Yes. Көралбайбыз, бирок сезебиз. Yes, in Russian variant. So, Russian variant. Любовь как ветер. Ее не видишь, но чувствуешь. Yes, good of you. Well, the third sentence. Let me help again. This will start with the word when. When. Please.
When character is clear. When his friends.
Who wants? When the character of a man is not clear. Please, Jumi. Yes, look at his friends. Let's see. When the character of a man is not clear to you, look at his friends. Yes, досуңду карап туруп сенин ким экениңди билсе болот. So these statements are very meaningful, I think. Yeah. So the three statements, yes, everything must be beautiful in a person. So face, dress, spirit, and mind. Second one is love is like a wind. We can't see it, but we can feel it. So when the character of a man is not clear to you, look at his friends. So really, I think very meaningful, especially for you, for young people. So keep in your mind, remember always these statements. Well, now the question was before, yeah? Well, what is syntax? Or what have we done? What have we done now with these words? Yes, yes. With the help of words, what did we do? Yes, of course. We created new sentences. Yeah? New sentences. Yes. So, the question is, what is syntax?
Syntax is form of sentence.
Of course. Of course, you are right. So these are your definitions. So from this activity, you created the definition of syntax. Now, what is lecturers' viewpoints on syntax? Let's see. Yeah? Okay. Your attention.
Each language has a specific syntax that tells the speaker and the listener which parts of the sentence come first to help them make sense of what's being said. It's the guidelines we use when speaking and writing so that sentences are understandable and coherent. Be wary of confusing syntax or semantics with diction. These form the backbone of sentence construction, so let's break these definitions down. Syntax, as just mentioned, is the order of the words in the sentence. Diction is the specific word choice meant to express certain meanings. Semantics is the meaning conveyed by the particular words used. We'll be focusing on syntax in this video. In the English language, there's a word order that is set in stone for most types of sentences. Of course, there are always exceptions a word order.
The conclusion of lecturer's viewpoint on syntax. Syntax is a sentence structure. Yeah? Next is syntax trees are a neat graphic tool to chart sentence structure and make sense of word order. So, please, attention here. Well, she gave this sentence, the cat sat on the mat. Well, so the cat, it is noun phrase, she mentioned, and sat, so the cat sat, it is verb phrase, yeah? And on the mat, it is prepositional phrase, on the mat. On, it is preposition, there, it is article, so mat is noun. In order to create the sentences, we used different words, yeah? So, article, noun, verb, preposition, again article, and noun. So, the sentence, in sentence, we use noun, so phrases and prepositional, different types of phrases in order to create a sentence, yeah? So, the definition of the sentence, what is syntax? So let me give you. Syntax is a part of grammar, just before I have mentioned, which treats of phrases and sentences. Is it clear? In order to create, to make the sentences, we need so phrases and phrases, prepositional phrases, different types of phrases, and a sentence we need, yeah? Well, now what is a sentence? I think what a phrase is clear, yeah? Now let's see, what is a sentence?
Or group of words that expresses a complete thought. It is an independent clause that contains a subject and a verb. Sentences begin with a capital letter and end with a full stop or period. Or it could be a question mark or exclamation point. A sentence is made of two parts. First is the subject and a predicate. Subject means what a sentence is about or the topic of the sentence, while the predicate tells some things about the subject. It contains a verb. For example, Ella enjoys cooking fried chicken for lunch. Ask yourself if the group of words answers the two questions needed for a complete sentence. Who is this sentence about? It's about Ella, the topic of the sentence. What did it do? Enjoys cooking fried chicken for lunch. In the sentence, Ella enjoys cooking fried chicken for lunch, the subject is Ella. Enjoys is the verb. Enjoys cooking fried chicken for lunch is the predicate. Now look at this simple example of a sentence. You clean the room. You is the subject. Clean is the verb. Clean the room is the predicate. The above example sentence is very short. Of course, a sentence can be longer or more complicated, but basically there is always a subject and a predicate. Take a look at this longer example of a sentence. Eric and Mara plant flowers and vegetables in the garden. Eric and Mara is the subject. Plant is the verb. Plant flowers and vegetables in the garden is the predicate. Note that a predicate always contains a verb. Sometimes, in fact, the predicate is only a verb. Here's a sample sentence. Fish swims. Fish is the subject, and swims is the verb, and swims also is the predicate. So, we can say that a sentence must contain at least a subject and a verb. There is one apparent exception to this, the imperative.
That's all, yeah? So, let's make the conclusion of sentence. What is a sentence, yeah? So, a sentence is a group of words that express a complete thought. This is one definition. Another one is a sentence is a group of words that contains an unsubordinated subject and a predicate. So, another one definition is given from the book Ilish. A sentence is a unit of speech whose grammatical structure conforms to the laws of the language and which serves as a chief means of conveying a thought. In Kyrgyz language also this definition, for example, бүткөн бир айрым ойду билдирүүчү кандай? Сөз жана сөздөрдүн тизмеги Süylem деп аталат, yeah? So, 3 definitions I gave you, and so let's discuss the classification of the sentence. Well, as a result, before the classification of the sentence, let's see these 2 sentences. First is, but why did you leave England? First sentence. The second, there are today more people writing extremely well in all departments of their life than ever before. What we have to do is to sharpen our judgment and pick these out from the still larger number who write extremely badly. So, can you see the difference between these 2 sentences? Of course, yeah? So, this is question, yes, question mark at the end. So, this one is full stop at the end, yeah? Well, the structure of the sentences are different. So, we see from these 2 sentences, yeah? So, as a result of comparing the 2 sentences given above, so we will take up the grammatical classification of sentence in a systematic way. So this classification is taken from the book Ilish. So sentence can be classified according to the types of communication and according to the structure. So in other books is given, so sentence is classified according to the purpose of utterance. По цели высказывания. So in Russian also, айтылышына жараша, in Kyrgyz language also we classify the same, yeah? Айтылышына жараша, so по цели высказывания, sentence can be declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. So the first sentence is, what kind of sentence it is? Interrogative. There are 4 types of interrogative sentences, you know, yeah? What are they? So, general question, special question, alternative question, disjunctive question, yeah? So, 4 types of the sentence. And this sentence is, вот какое предложение? Declarative sentence, yeah? Повествовательное предложение, declarative, interrogative, вопросительное предложение, imperative. So, побудительное предложение. И the last one is exclamatory sentence, yeah? Восклицательное предложение. Good. Next one is according to the structure. Sentence can be simple and compound. Today we are speaking about the simple sentence, простое предложение. About the composite sentence, so composite sentence can be a compound sentence and complex sentence. Compound, it is сложно сочиненное предложение, а composite, it is сложно подчиненное предложение. So about the compound and the composite sentence we'll speak at the next lectures. So let's speak about the simple sentence. Well, simple sentence always in the video, in the lecturers video, so we see these sentences, yeah? For example, you clean the room. So you is the subject of the sentence. So clean, it is verb. Clean the room, it is predicate of a sentence. If we give again the question to the word room, what do we clean? The room. It will be the object. So in simple sentences, we have the subject and verb or the predicate of a sentence. If in the sentence a subject and the predicate, so if there are the subject and predicate in the sentence, so it is called two-member sentence because two members are there. So this sentence also, for example, two-member sentence, yeah? For example, the dog loved the girl. The dog, it is subject, loved the girl, it is predicate, yeah? So these sentences are two-member sentences. And there are also one-member sentence. For example, fire, full stop. Winter, full stop. Have you faced such kind of sentences?
Yes.
Yes. So, yes. For example, night, full stop. Yeah? So, these sentences are one-member sentences. So, there should be either the subject or predicate of a sentence. For example, come on. Here, predicate. Yeah? So, in one-member sentences, we use, there should be either the subject or predicate. So, simple sentences. So, they can be there, what? One-member and two-member. So, different viewpoints by linguists on simple sentences. Some grammarians or famous Russian linguist Vinogradov mentioned that two-member sentences and so one-member sentences, so he said that we should call them main parts of a sentence, because there should be main parts, either the subject or the predicate of a sentence. Clear? So today we discussed the simple sentence. And then parts of a sentence. Parts of a sentence. Well, parts of a sentence, there are two terms. In the first part, in morphology part, we mostly use parts of speech, части речи. In the second part, in syntax, mostly we use the term parts of a sentence. Parts of speech – это части речи, and parts of a sentence – it is члены предложения, да? Yes. So, члены предложения, parts of a sentence can be main parts and secondary parts. So, secondary parts are object, adverbial modifier, and attribute. So, let's see this sentence again. Eric and Mara plant flowers and vegetables in the garden. So, from the video, this example is, yeah? So, Eric and Mara, this, so, subject of the sentence. Plant, it is verb. So, plant flowers and vegetables in the garden, all these together, it is predicate, сказуемое, yeah, predicate of a sentence. But if we give the deeply, so ask the questions on the words independently. For example, what did we plant in the garden? Flowers and vegetables, it will be object, good of you. And where did we plant? Of course, it will be adverbial modifier. So about examples on secondary parts of the sentence, attribute, adverbial modifier, and object, we will discuss at our practical classes. That's all about the themes. Now the last is, so test, yeah, conclusion test. Let's do. If you have questions, please, you will give your questions. So, what did we do? What did we discuss today?
About
Syntax. Revised morphology. Syntax. Sentence. Simple sentence. And parts of a sentence. Yeah? Yes. Good of you. Well, now let's do this test. Are you ready? Okay, let's do. Well, choose the correct answer. So the definition of syntax is given. Which one is correct? Raise your hands.
Me.
Please.
First one. Sentence.
First one, yeah?
First.
Fourth. You see the fourth. Any other variants? First one. Raise your hands first. Okay, let's see first. Fourth. Fourth. You are wrong. So first, let's check. Good of you. Yeah? So you were right. Second, according to the structure, sentence can be divided into. Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Second one. Yeah? Any other variants? You agree? All? Okay, second one. Good job. Yes. Third, according to this, how do we call a sentence which has subject and predicate? Just we discussed, yeah? So, raise your hands. You all so prefer, yeah? Two-member sentence. Let's check. Good job. Okay. Next. What could you say about the following sentence? How long have you been learning English? Raise your hands. Most of you prefer the first one. Let's check. Good of you. Yes. So you have understood the lecture very well. Yeah? So what could you say about the following sentence? Peter has come. Please. Let's check. First one, please. Good job. Yes. You are quite right. Next. What is a sentence? Definition of a sentence. Raise your hands. You all prefer the second one. Good. Good job. Yeah. Then, what are the types of sentence according to types of communication? Let's check. Good of you. How clever of you. What type of phrase is it to live happily? Happily. Second one you prefer. Happily. So let's first check the second one. The second one. You were wrong. Third one. Okay, let's check. Good job. Happily. It is adverb. Good of you. So find out which of the phrase belong to noun plus preposition plus noun. Any other variants? No, only one variant. Good. Okay. First one. Good job. Next. Which is not a phrase? Which is not a phrase? Question is, which is not a phrase? Please, second. First variant is second. First, yeah, good of you. Then, which is not true about a sentence? Express a complete thought, starts with a capital letter. Third one, let's check. Third. Good job, good job. What is wrong with this sentence? The temperature is hot. Doesn't express complete thought. No punctuation mark at the end. All of the above. Please? Second one. Agree? What about? What is your second? Okay, good job. Then this is the end. Well done. So you have understood today's lecture very well. So I will give you the scores. Please, group leaders, you will help to put the pluses, and of course, I will add your modules. Yeah. Well, don't forget to check me your attendance. So today we discussed syntax. Yeah, syntax. One of the grammatical system is syntax. The second part of grammar. Yeah, and simple sentence, and it is classification, and the main parts and secondary parts. So about the secondary parts, we'll continue speaking, and about compound sentence, complex sentence. So we'll continue at the next classes. Yeah. Thank you very much for your participation. Okay, you were very active today. My congratulations. So 3 people today in Kahoot test. Ayturgan, where are you? A big clap to Ayturgan. Second place. Shirin, a big clap for Shirin. And Jumi, the 3rd place. Congratulations. So really, you were very active today at the lesson. See you next time.